I invented another Minecraft minigame. This one I call Track Attack, and is once again based on a fan suggestion. Usually how these videos work is I just show the finished minigame. I explain how it works, show some small gameplay clips, and boom, the video is over. I'm in and out in just a few minutes, which is the usual with me. But this time, I want to do something different. I want to talk about the entire process of making a minigame from start to finish. Not only because I think the development of an idea is interesting, but it's really good for watch time too. So our journey starts 2 months ago, when I received a Discord suggestion from a Mr. Fish. It reads, Dear Gerg, I have a suggestion for you. So basically, using the power of redstone, we make a rail system, and the player has to dodge the incoming TNT minecarts that are already ignited coming at players. Which I thought this idea had potential, so I wrote it down on my ideas page, and then promptly forgot about it until December. See, it is written down right above the almost invented pop game crabs bucket. Whatever the hell I meant by that. We're in the testing world, and let's get to work. How I imagine this minigame worked from the suggestion is we have like a whole bunch of... rails are a nightmare. Yes. Yeah, oh, fantastic. Okay, what I'm thinking the suggestion is we have like a whole bunch of rails in a row, right? And the player sort of stands on one end, and then what will happen is there's going to be TNT minecarts sort of like randomly being dispensed, and then they will like roll towards the player. Let's try and get that working. Boom, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, I'm seeing red. I don't even know if this works, but we're going to find out. So, we place a TNT minecart in the dispenser, and when we hit this button, hopefully, it should work. Ah, fantastic. Okay, that's an issue. So, do they explode if they hit a player? This is what matters. So, if I... Come on. Oh, no! Do you blow up a cow? Come on, come on! Oh, no! Okay, I've got an idea. I don't know if this is as good. We'll figure something out. Get out of here. Skedaddle. Skedaddle. Go. Go. Yeah, go away. Yeah. Is this long enough? Is this long enough? Oh. Ooh, I think it's actually too long. Ooh, that looks good. Oh, that's a lot of TNT. Okay, so I've done a bit of finagling and work, but the lowdown is explosions in Minecraft are incredibly weird. So I've extended this track so it is now the perfect length. So when they reach this block right here, that's when they always explode. Now if we position the player precisely in this area, they will take explosive damage if they are in line with the track, or one block to the side. If they are one more, they take no damage. I can demonstrate this by pressing this button. If I pop myself into survival, you'll see I take damage. Where am I? But if I was to stand like over here, for example, now when it explodes, I don't take any damage at all. So if we have lots coming down the track, then the player will have to move left and right to try and dodge accordingly. Now what I've done for that is I've actually made a randomization system over here. How this randomization system works is each one of these dispensers has a 1 in 7 chance of triggering whenever I push this button. So say here, those two triggered, and then when they explode, it's all good. How this works is we read a comparator output to this hopper, because when they activate, the item goes up into the hopper briefly, this reads it, and it lets out the signal here. So if I was to quickly pause this hopper, and I was to put in, for example, one of the items, let's go for the orange concrete, you'll see this comparator is reading a power signal of only 1, and thus it doesn't have enough power to reach this piston, which will pump out a TNT minecart. However, if I was to stick an axe in here instead, as this is non-stackable, the comparator reads a signal strength of 3. This then has enough to power this piston and send a TNT minecart on its way. So basically, if it does any of these, it doesn't trigger. If it pulls the axe, it does trigger. As it's a 1 in 7 chance and we have 15 dispensers here, that means on average, you'll get 2 TNT minecarts for every pulse of the system. Now one idea I have for this is where the player stands, we instead fill with pressure plates. So there we are. We then have redstone running underneath. So when the player is standing here, it is always powering the redstone. I will fix these trapdoors in a bit. Oh god, look at, no. There, yes, levers. Stop you doing your flappy nonsense. So what I was saying is we have pressure plates where the player stands, so as they move back and forth, they will always be powering the redstone. What this means is while a player is alive, we will be triggering this thing over here, meaning while the player is standing there, the game is on, and as soon as they die, the game turns off and we don't waste any more TNT minecarts. So I'll hook that up now. We should see that piston over there push down if this works. Okay. And beautiful. So the minecarts are now dispensing. So, in fact, I'll go in survival. Yeah, look at this. Oh, okay. That was a bit mean, that one. So we'll hide over here. Okay. Okay. Stop being mean. Okay, so I have an idea to make the game more interesting. What we're going to do is we're going to give the player a crossbow with quick draw 3. So if I give myself some arrows right here. So what we're going to do is while the player is alive, he can actually shoot the TNT minecarts coming towards him and try and... Oh, does that not work? What? Is it just not doing enough damage? Yeah, power 5. This will do more damage now. This will destroy the minecarts. Oh. They're still not... What? Okay, so I've done some testing and I've came to a weird conclusion. So while this is stationary, I've got a crossbow, I can shoot it and it drops the full minecart. The same is true with chests. And if the chest is moving, so we'll push it down here, you'll see when it's coming back, I can also destroy it. The one difference is the TNT minecart, which is once it's activated, cannot be destroyed. See that? It's inevitable. I can't believe that blew me up. Which I think is an interesting difference, that the chests can be destroyed while moving, but the TNT minecarts cannot. So this is actually giving me the idea to make this game better using this really, really obscure mechanic. Basically what we're going to do is we'll add another row of stuff here, except this time they won't launch TNT minecarts, but chest minecarts. The player will then be given a crossbow, and while walking back and forth here, we'll have to shoot the chests, they'll be collected, and that's how the player scores points. And he'll just have to make as many points as he can before he dies. Okay, so I've done just a bit more redstone. What I've done here is I've added the upper layer. Now these are all filled with chest minecarts, like I said, and the lower level is filled with TNT minecarts. And what I've done is I've added another layer of randomizers, except this time it's a 1 in 9. This is also on a longer clock. I've also replaced the entire bottom with hoppers, which for some reason don't explode, and I have no idea why. I think it's because the rails are actually explosive proof. You will see that when this explodes, nothing... Look, watch this. Okay, well that exploded, but ignore that. That's not important. All this does is when it collects one, just shuffles it all the way down into this item elevator. This then goes all the way up, and then it just hoppers it back into the storage system so that the chests are recycled. So this is the score signal. It goes over here and then into this giant LED display, which is I used on Bowman Blitz. I did not make this. I am nowhere near smart enough. I will put a link to it in the description, but I can't credit them because I have literally forgotten who made it, because I first used this like years ago. So, you know, you got a crossbow over here, we'll load it up and we'll go, oh, that's a chest minecart. You shoot it and that would be a point, except I'm in creative and they don't drop and blah, 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 blah. You get the idea, The TNT minecarts, however, we will eventually run out of. So what I've done is I've made a giant storage system for just hundreds and hundreds of them up here. As you can see, just a whole bunch. So hopefully you won't run out. But the good thing is they're adding the new crafter block in the future. So what you hypothetically could do is you could hook it up to a TNT farm, or you could hook it up to an iron farm and have crafters automatically make TNT minecarts. So you never run out. I can just imagine it now. You've got this giant industrial machine just to power this little mini game. I am back, and I've decorated the minigame, fixed all the bugs, and it is now lovely and working. We have this lovely goblin guy over here. He's holding a nasty chain, a big sword. I've also come up with a name for the minigame. I have come up with Track Attack. This should work, but before I play it, we've got to move this thing into the minigame world. So here we are in Minigame Bay, and here we have Track Attack in its lovely spot. I had to pick somewhere with a big cliff face, as I want this guy to look like he's coming out of a tunnel. I've grabbed myself a crossbow and arrows, and as soon as I drop in here, the game will begin. Let's see what score I can get. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Ooh. Alright, there's lots of TNT there. Oh, I see a chest. Oh, I got one. It does take a while for the score to update. Oh, I missed. Oh, there's one. Yeah, got it. Yep, got one. There's more over there. Yes! Just because the items take a while to go through all the hoppers, the score takes a while to update. But it's, you know, it's Minecraft. Certain things you just gotta live with. I do see their items laying on the track. That's because I had to place redstone blocks to actually power the powered rails. I can't think of a way to get around that. If anyone has a fix for that, I would love it. Hang on a second. Oh, I've been playing in peaceful. No, I'm gonna go one heart. That's a lot. I'm on half heart. Oh no. Okay, let's see what score I got. I got 7. I only got 7 points. Yeah, that's my game. Track Attack. I'd give this one probably a C tier. For all my effort, it's a C tier game. Ugh.